Yes. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, here on this, what is it, Tuesday evening. And it has actually been quite a long time since we have done the ETF recap. For some reason, I've skipped it for like 1 month or so, and we cannot have that happening. So we will be going through a lot of ETFs. Let me know if you want to add one in. Then I will look at it to see if we can add it in. And then definitely we will do this on a weekly basis once again. So yeah, as always, like, subscribe to your thing. But yeah, let's get into the charting. That is why we are here. So starting off with the GDX, the beautiful, not quite yet beautiful, but definitely constructive here. You can still see the GDX, the gold miners. We have that long-term golden resistance at the moment, well defined from the highs in 2011. Connection. So we have 1, 2, 3, and fourth time is often the charm, maybe a little bit of a dribble, and then we go higher. But definitely what it is showing now is that we left that blue channel there, inverted head and shoulders, breakout, retest, presumption. It is my view now that we have a good chance of having that move up to roughly 37 and going in for like a 20% move here over the next 2 months or so. That is a possibility. And yeah, this is we want to see the gold miners definitely start to run here and outperform gold. That is a good sign that gold will do very, very nicely. What looks even better is the GDXJ, so the gold junior miners. Again, 1, 2, 3. We've actually already touched it the fourth time, and we dribble a bit back, and now I think we'll blast. So look for roughly $40 in this ETF. Then you will have a 3-year breakout, 3.5-year breakout confirmation above 40 weekly close. Then you will see the most hated sector run big time, above 40 in my view. Weekly close, beautiful. Same thing again here also, just to note, you have that inverted head and shoulders. If we break out here, you have a target at roughly 50, give or take, roughly 50, so that high over there. Definitely a very important moment in time right now for the gold juniors. Same thing for the SIL, so the silver miners. You have this double rail here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we are close to breaking out. We need to get in, let's go, maybe not 30, but 29. Then I think we are ready to go. You can also see the volume is picking up quite a bit here. Beautiful when and if we have that breakout here. Oh my gosh, silver miners, beautiful. Also the juniors, the silver juniors again, 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's looking like we want to blast straight through, actually. And we also had that breakout here, so that golden trend line here. And ever since it has been a nightmare. But however, a sensible moment in time here when we get above 10.5 into the 11th, looking really, really good. URA, we want to do it like this. We are close to the 2021 highs very soon at roughly 32 bucks. We are now at 28.5. We're still within our green uptrend. That is always nice to see, and we have the 30 weekly coming up. So we are in a stage 2 uptrend, no doubt about it. Could we see it hit here and then start to dribble down and then go higher? Yes, obviously. I think when and if we reach that double top here, then there will be some sellers, obviously, profit taking. This is a massive run here. But let's see, we might even break it a bit before, but definitely we are in a long-term beautiful uptrend here. The URNM, so the pure play uranium miners, has already broken its uptrend channel here. URA is being held up a bit more by TAN, so the solar that has done very well the last week. So what we want to see here, definitely the channel is broken to the downside. We just want to see some sideways action here, and then we will have a good chance of going higher. We don't want to see sudden moves to the downside. Then we're in for a bigger pause in the uranium miners. But same thing again, 30 weekly coming up here. We haven't hit the triangle high yet, very, very closely, but definitely not yet. So want to watch here again. I just want to see it go sideways to down here for like a month, and then we can regather and undo all the overbought conditions, and then hopefully blast higher. URNJ, kind of same thing here again. I want to remove some of the shorter term stuff. Also, that green uptrend is broken. We're down. We're in this sort of blue bolt like here on the juniors. But same thing again here. We just wanna stay here, and then hopefully we can grind it higher, getting above the IPO highs over there. 30 weekly coming up, so not too bad, but definitely losing that green uptrend is not ideal. That is for sure. Lithium, we got a bit of a different beast here, a bit more difficult to chart in my view. However, we are finding support at the 2010 highs here. You can see it again. We're getting a bounce here. Again, also we are a bit stretched from the moving averages. So a bounce here, maybe we have some resistance here at the lower side at roughly $51 here from that that wedge here. So breakdown here, retest. We will see what happens. What happens with lithium? It could be a false breakdown, but we will find out later in 2024. The EWC, so this is the Brazilian ETF, looks absolutely stunning here. This is the log scale, as always. Long-term golden trend line broken quite a few times, but finally that blue rail that has been forming ever since very early 2020 has been taken out. Beautiful. Also, if you go to the nominal scale, you can see here that that golden trend line is broken, and we are now off to the races. So in my view, this is a buy on any pullback for a very long period of time, depending on how you want to play it. It also pays roughly 8% dividend. Beautiful. I think this is a long-term hold for like 2 years or so, depending on how we get there, but definitely emerging markets. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. NVDA. For some reason, NVIDIA is here. It has always been in this video on the ETFs. So yeah, it still is. It's not an ETF, I know, definitely. But NVIDIA has really, really been surprisingly strong to me. But you can see here, I think we will go to the daily. It gives a bit more insight. But definitely, we are just pounding against the all-time high at roughly $500. And yeah, as long as this green uptrend holds from the 22 lows, right here, it's all fine. But definitely a breakdown there would be a cascading event to the downside. But given how everything is just breaking out at the moment, we might have a pop here, and you could see a huge surge to the upside for NVIDIA. Again, to my surprise, I will happily admit that, no question. OIH, a lot of damage has been done to the OIH, so this is the Vanek Oil Services, losing that green lower side of that parallel channel here. You can see it's lost there. So what is happening now is definitely some sort of breakdown here, as you can see, the breaking down, and we're still in this blue kind of wedge here. So ideally, we want to get back above and then get back into and above the green long-term uptrend. Then this is a false breakdown, and we are going way higher for OIH. You can see here the long-term stuff, that golden trend line was broken, and definitely that is want to keep. The major retesting are done there and there, actually 3 times. So yeah, let's see how that blue wedge, that should be your main focus. Sorry for the messy back and forth here, but this blue wedge, in my view, should be your main focus to see what happens. And we want to get back above for a very, very bullish take. But for now, it is a breakdown, and we're doing some sort of retesting here. Let's see what happens. XOP. Also, I think long term, I think this could be still a massive inverted head and shoulders. If that is the play, then definitely this will go higher. We have also broken out from that triangle here, but we're definitely back in below again. But you could argue that there's some sort of squeezing going on. So let's see. We want to get back above, really. But definitely this is a bit messy. So let's see which way it takes us. But from a long term, this could be a massive play when we break that neckline at roughly 170. POTX here, cannabis. Definitely, this is nothing exciting. Yes, we have broken this falling wedge here, and then big retest, and now we're just grinding sideways. Ideally, what I would like to see is, again, I don't know if this will happen, but if it does, I have a plan for it. some sort of big bottoming pattern here. So like an inverted head and shoulders, that would be ideal. The neckline is at roughly $9, so that is what to look for. But definitely for now, we are still in a downtrend. However, we have broken the main squeeze, and we just want to make a base here in one way or the other before we can say, all right, the downtrend is over, we can go in. This can easily go lower. SOXX here, semiconductors, again, just like we saw on NVDA, the semiconductors are breaking out above all-time highs, above trend lines. I mean, very strong. And again, the bulls are for now very much in the lead. And yeah, this is just an amazing performance. Again, to my surprise, I did not expect this to go that well, but definitely the charts will never lie. So yeah, very strong. All-time highs are made. But again, you know, when we have these big moves and all-time highs are made, if we have false breakouts here at the all-time highs, you should be very worried that the bears can take over very quickly. We spoke about TAN here having a massive bounce here for the past month or so, and yeah, this is the one big long bull flag here, a bit too long to my taste. However, it is a well defined. We have 1, 2, 3 moves down, finding support at the March, just before the March 2020 crash. Again, long term, same thing again here. There might be some, I wouldn't call that head and shoulders because, you know, the neckline doesn't go up to there, or excuse me, the head doesn't go to there, but definitely big resistance at 117, and we are a long way to go, I know, but still some constructive work is being done here. And if you bought that double support right there, beautiful. It's a good hold, great entry. But let's see when and if we can break, then we have a move quite rapidly for like 100% in my view. Again, all the big governments, all the big, you know, they are investing in solar, right or wrong. That doesn't matter. They're just pouring money into the green transitioning. So XLE here, this is the energy sector, founding support at our green uptrend here. Let's go into the daily. We have a blue wedge that were broken last week or this Monday. And if this holds, then I guess we could have same thing again here on back to the weekly. You know, 1 touch, 2, 3, actually 4 touches. And if this touches for the 5th time, I am pretty sure it will break. Again, very good for energies, very good for oil, gas, all that good stuff. So yeah, let's see where it takes us. But definitely 94, 93 is the big level right now for XLE. If it breaks, we will target 100, which was the high in 2014. Obviously, for the bear side, losing that green uptrend will not be the most ideal for the bulls. That is a given. XLF here, quite simply, again, to my surprise, the banking sector or the financial sector does very well. Has taken out 2 highs in that move. And definitely, should you be buying here? No. Very oversold, very late in the move. You don't want to chase here. However, you want to buy pullbacks, depending on how it forms, but definitely pullback. Buying the dip basically is the name of the game for the financial sector. XLRE, the real estate, again, same thing as the financials. Huge move here, and yeah, making a higher high. Again, the daily should be somewhat overbought here, but definitely buy any bull flag or any deeper pullbacks is it's not the worst thing you can do after such huge breakout from the 2022. You can see a lot of interactions. That's a clean cut. Beautiful for the real estate sector. XME also, this is the metals and mining, has taken out a big breakout, retest resumption, looks absolutely fantastic. Also very promising for the mining sector. Gold and silver is also confirming this stuff here. So I really like the mining sector right now, and definitely if you can find some good entries in gold and silver, what have you, other stocks in the mining, definitely that is not the worst play you can do right now. Excuse me. COPX here, again, we are below our big resistance golden trend line here. We had the breakdown retest rolling over, and now we're coming back in. So definitely, I think if copper gets above $4, I guess this has that turns me very, very bullish on copper, by the way. And I think this will just grind higher and blast out all these highs here, and for a move higher, really. So definitely want to look for, and we are having a decent bounce here, 20% in a very short period of time at the green support zone that we have identified for a long time. SPX, same thing as the SOXX, SOXX, soon hitting all-time highs. Again, I do expect some sort of pullback there, but who knows? All-time highs, double top possibilities, and we could have a double top, huge retest, and then we will have the decision: do we go higher or do we crack down from that green uptrend? But definitely very, very strong. Again, I didn't foresee this at all. I didn't expect it to be this strong, but as you know, the charts just never lie. The NASDAQ, again, we are now at all-time highs. Let's see how it reacts, but really look at this well-defined uptrend channel here going back to 2009. Could it be? I'm not saying it's really, it sounds very impressive to me, but if we break the all-time highs here, could we really go all the way up there to that upper golden trend line for a final massive blow off top here into roughly 25,000? Excuse me. It sounds incredible, but really that could be the name of the game, you know, a huge blow off top in 2024. And yeah, want to watch, but we are definitely at double top possibilities. Let's see how it reacts for the NASDAQ. So yeah, that's all I had for you guys. My main focus, I wouldn't say focus, but what I'm finally very, very, very excited about is gold and silver miners. Finally, I'm still hugely invested in uranium, obviously, as you know, but definitely gold and silver miners seems to be right now the play to play if we can break out from the levels as I previously discussed. So as I mentioned in the early stage of the video, if you have an ETF that makes sense to have in, let me know in the comments. As always, do you agree, do you disagree? And yeah, have a great one, guys, and we will definitely see you in the next one. Bye.